Albert Einstein was targeted by a female Soviet Union spy. Her name, I think, was Margarita, if I'm not mistaken. So she was taking all this information and report this information, this data to Soviet government, where actually Soviets invented the nuclear bomb during 2 years instead of 4. We have one lady who lives in New York right now. So she's a Ukrainian Ukrainian born, and she was a model scout. So she said in the interview that she was bringing Russian and Ukrainian beauties working for the secret intelligence to America, especially to Washington and New York, to target particular politicians and ministers to get closer, to establish relationship, maybe to get married. So it's quite common.
Mm-hmm.
Then you even think, maybe, I'm not saying that every single Russian or Ukrainian or wherever, like Slovakian looking woman is a potential threat and potential spy. No, but man should be aware of this.
I mean, I think of it like this. It's pretty fucking simple, right? If you are a man or a woman in a position of power, if you hold the keys to new technology, if you are a decision maker in government, if you are in intelligence and know shit about our government and what we're doing in areas of the world that maybe we shouldn't be in, and all of a sudden, young, attractive, foreign women or men are all around you, and you're not used to that happening, there's probably something fucking going on. You're not that good looking. You don't have that good a game. You're just a fucking government employee or elected official who knows shit that our adversaries want. So get with the fucking program.
Yes, but Shawn, you do understand. You work in the military before. You understand the psychology of human beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show me any man who doesn't want to believe that he's been loved because he's cute. Show me anyone. If I or any woman would come to the guy, even like not like best looking, and would tell him, I find you very cute. I like you. I like your beautiful eyes. Oh, you're so intelligent. You're so amazing. Wouldn't he resist? Wouldn't he say no to me or like to another woman?
Well, I mean, look, I get it's hard. I totally understand that. But I mean, you know, you have to look at the position that you're in, right? And if something out of the normal starts to happen, and you have the keys to new technologies, or you know what I mean, then like, I don't know. I would think that you would be able to put it together a little bit better than these guys are.
Okay, so let me please share one example from the history.
Mm-hmm.
So the famous scientist, the genius, Albert Einstein, was targeted by a female Soviet Union spy after he, was very close to Oppenheimer and had, evening gatherings and dinners together. So this beautiful young female attracted Einstein, where he was invited to New York for a sculpture exhibition or something. So she met him over there, yet she was married to a sculpture artist. And then she kind of like relocated herself to Albert Einstein, and they established love relationships. Then Albert started to take her to Oppenheimer house, where she established very good friendship with Oppenheimer's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And where slowly through the wife and through like friends and Einstein, the Soviet spy, her name I think was Margarita, if I'm not mistaken. So she was taking all this information and report this information, this data to Soviet government, where actually Soviets invented the nuclear bomb during 2 years instead of 4, just because they stole this data. And here is a genius, very smart man, Albert Einstein, who actually was trapped under this honey trap techniques. So I don't know if this guy was trapped, like how about other guys, you know? So I don't know.
What kind of a timeline are we talking here?
So when Oppenheimer,
years?
Manhattan Project, when it was Manhattan Project. So it was after, I think like Einstein was that time.
I mean,
like 60?
how long was the relationship between
Well,
the spy?
I don't really know this information, but this information is actually in the history and in Russian history. Also, like in here, you can Google it. You can actually check facts and everything. But they actually established relationship. They lived together like husband and wife. So Albert completely trusted this Margarita. So that's why he was bringing her to all these, family sort of like friends evenings and gatherings.
Interesting. So, I mean, okay, that's a little bit different of a scenario than what I was trying to describe. Is, I mean, that sounds like a well-crafted operation.
Like social engineering.
Yes. Some of the stuff that I'm talking about is just your regular everyday hookup at the bar, and it's like, why? Don't talk about the secrets after the first or second night. I mean,
Okay, so as a former honey trap agent, I can tell you that men are the most vulnerable during intercourse. And if you are quite experienced agent, you can ask certain questions during or after the intercourse, like straight after the ejaculation, but I don't know another word to explain. So when man is in bliss and when he's sort of like in unconscious like condition and when he doesn't really understand everything clearly, and if an agent asks questions like the answer should be yes or no, so it's simple question. Have you met this guy? Oh, by the way, have you met that guy? Oh, by the way, do you know, is it like this or like this? How many, like that much or like that much? So just a little, like 2-3 simple questions. Most likely he would tell you, because like just before ejaculation or just after, this is that, period of that very vulnerable moment. So here you go. She got the information. She'll pass it to the commander. Gotcha.
I mean, it makes sense, and I know it's happening. But if it was me and somebody was asking if I knew another man that was prominent right after I ejaculated, I'd probably be wondering why we're thinking about other men. But I am. But we're gonna get into this.
Other men, but about like the work. So you kind of like, oh, my love, you work so hard. You're so busy. Everything is on your shoulders. I want to help you. Let me do massage for you. How was your day today? La, la, la. Okay, so do you do this project by yourself? Or you work like, I work with like David, let's say. Oh, like, does he help you? Like, oh, what does he do exactly? No.
Gotcha.
This sort of conversation. Like a female nurturing conversation with the man, and she wants to support him and just please him and all that. That's what I mean. It's a female kind of like energy and female perspective.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.